Hi everyone, I'm Sunny, and today's pick a card is a mental health pick a card. So, is your mental health going to be improving soon? Yes or no? That's today's question. So, I have 4 piles you may choose from. From left to right, I have pile 1, 2, 3, and 4. So, remember, if you need more time, you're more than welcome to pause the video, take your time, select the pile or piles of your choice when you are ready, and then, enjoy your message. Remember to only take what resonates. This is a general reading. So, for pile number 1, you guys have the King of Cups upright, so this is a yes. I feel that either maybe you're this person being represented, or it could be another male figure that's mature, someone who is responsible. I think maybe example. So like, let's say you could be dealing with someone who has an official profession that takes care of emotions, like psychiatry or a counselor or a motivational speaker. In that sense, well, like everybody has different licenses and stuff, but you can tell more or less a direction, for example, that can help you, like having that assistance of someone that knows how to manage that specifically, right? Whatever concerns or issues you're having, I think there's someone that's going to be able to help you resolve. I was going to say resolute. Resolve your concerns. Or if this is you, it doesn't always have to be somebody else. I think you're someone that's going to be able to manage your emotions much more responsibly, in the sense, for example, you not lashing out easily at people if something just triggers you, like in the sense, not everything has to be like traumatic in that sense, but maybe you're overwhelmed with emotions and you can easily lash out at your kids or lash out at your coworkers because you're in a foul mood. You take your time to just take a step back and basically ease up on those emotions. Take it one step at a time. I think that could be the best resolution, in that sense of like maybe trying to encompass that. I'm sorry, my allergies get worse. They're getting the worst of me. Sorry. Maybe your specific needs are being met because either someone's listening to you, or you're someone that's learning to listen to others rather than just like me kind of. Or maybe you're trying to learn a thing or two about the person around you that's a mature person who can help you resolve your issues. Like maybe you're a good friend who's basically a lot more patient than you. You learning to basically not be like them, but rather take some ideas from them and just kind of go back and forth with that. Like basically like, what would my friend do in this situation? And then you're like, well, they would probably listen, or they would probably identify the problem, and then write down maybe a bunch of solutions. And then once they go over the solutions, they pick the one that feels like it's the most compassionate one. So that could be something you learn. Maybe write some helpful tips and techniques that can help you resolve your issues. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Pile number 1. Next, pile number 2, you guys have the Ace of Wands upright. Sorry, my throat's just not helping today. I just feel like the mucus coming up, so I'm sorry if I start getting cracky. For this one, your mental health will be improving, so this is a yes. But I think you're feeling a new spark. So like maybe you suddenly started showing interest in, like, you know what, I'm not gonna put things in the back burner anymore, I'm just gonna address them head on. So you have this like, not adventurous streak, but more so this initiative to try, like, to take the bull by the horns. So I think that you're addressing whatever's bothering you, or you have a sense of new vitality or energy that you're like, I'm not feeling depressed or emo anymore. Like I'm not in my sad little feeling, like my little cloud raining over me. I feel like I can manage more things, or at least I feel like the capacity that I want to be outside and running, or maybe I pick this habit that's healthier, that's taking up all my energy, that I feel like I'm helping myself find a healthier outlet to kind of take that stagnant energy inside that's like bothering me and like not helping me clear my head. So maybe it's the fact that you need to have physical movement to clear your mind, which I can relate sometimes, that if I don't feel like I walk enough or something, I just feel like anxious in that sense. So it could be that way where you feel like, example, if you feel like you're kind of like having trouble sitting down or having trouble sleeping, or something simple like I can't concentrate maybe on a task that I'm supposed to be doing, like like in that sense, not like ADHD or anything like that. It could be for some people, but in the sense where you know that you have easier times typically to address anything that you need to address, but somehow you're just struggling. Maybe just you doing some exercising can help, and you're like, oh, I'm clear, I'm good, I got that out of my system. Now I can think. Now that I have that physical outlet, I can think internally and mentally and maybe emotionally. So I do feel that maybe doing that, maybe, doing some yoga too, or maybe doing just you running around with your pets or running around with your kids, spending time and just using that energy, like that drive to really, put things like in motion and pull things through is really gonna help you. I'm sorry, I keep moving a lot with the table. I keep moving, gesturing a lot with my hands. Basically, doing stuff like that's gonna help you kind of not feel so stuck or confused or just in this foul mood too. So I just think, using that inner drive to, do things and, basically get you out of that rut. It's gonna help you clear your head and not feel so stagnant and just in a rut or just moody. Could be that. You could just be someone that gets easily angered, and the way that can help is just basically channeling that to a healthier option, which is always typically for fire signs, for example, exercise. That just helps you just not be so rage mode kind of on. So thank you, pile number 2. Next, pile number 3, you guys have the 5 of Wands reverse. So this is no, this doesn't mean it's not going to improve when you like forever. It just means not at the speed that you want it to. If you want your mental health, if you want your mental health to improve, it might take you longer than expected, I feel. So let's put that into a positive perspective of that. Like, yeah, it's going to take you more time than I think you want. You might be a little bit impatient and you want things to be done fast. So sorry to say, but there's going to be some effort in your part in a different way. You don't have to constantly fight yourself. I think that maybe you want to go sorry, my lisp, sorry. You might want to go about things one way and then another way, and then you end up doing with like all these different routes. You map out that you suddenly like are very conflicted. Like I think of the Spider-Man when they're like looking at each other, the 3 Spider-Mans, like ha ha ha, like that. Like you're just someone that can probably figure things out, but because you want to go about it in so many different ways, you just end up putting yourself down. Or I think that you kind of find issues with how you go about things, that you really, I think your confidence isn't that great right now. So maybe that's why, you're not addressing things as fast as you typically might. It's not that you always address things fast, it's that you always spot things when you have to. I think you're good at spotting the conflict and challenges, but somehow you're kind of taking more time to figure that out, because maybe it's a more complex issue that's at hand, or a situation that you don't always like. Either it's something new or it's a different kind of challenge where you have to be more mentally not prepared, but more mentally consumed by it. So maybe that's why you're not finding the issue to be easy to have a solution for, and that's triggering you. So just keep that in mind, that it's a no for now, but a no forever. Be more patient with yourself. Follow that inner voice, and avoid conflicts with other people if you feel like they're kind of being passive aggressive too, stuff like that. I just want to sneeze. sorry. I just feel the sensation sometimes, especially when I'm talking. I don't know why, I just get so ticklish, and then it starts building up, and then I'm like, I want to sneeze, and then I lose it. Okay, yeah, so did not sneeze. But yeah, I think that for this pile, you might have to have a little bit more patience with yourself and get to know more. I think you're not having enough information to kind of get through this issue just yet. So hang in there, be more patient with yourself, be more confident that you will get to find out what's really bothering and eating at you, because maybe it's more than one thing, and not like I just don't feel it's one thing solely. It's probably it's probably many things that are kind of adding up to your plate, and that's making you feel very like being weighed down by it. So if you feel like it's just like one thing after another, it's probably more like you are right on that, but it's not specifically, oh, if I just do this, everything's gonna find a solution for itself. Everything's gonna solve for itself. No, like I think that you have to figure out, well, this is gonna solve this for a little bit while I get to address this other thing, and like really taking your time to kind of go about it in a flowing manner, not so much like I want to push through like masculine energy, like masculine, like it's what I say, what I do, that's gonna be done, right? Kind of thing. Just, hang in there, use your feminine energy to kind of, not soften the blow, but basically you trap more bees with honey. There you go. So be more patient with yourself and the way you speak to yourself and address yourself. So pile number 4, you guys have the star reverse. Let me just cover that because, nudity. But yeah, I feel that for you, this is a no. Your mental health will not improve as fast as you want it to be. Doesn't mean it won't, but not in this time frame that you're thinking about. Whatever time frame you thought about, give it a little bit more time on that. So let me take a sip of water before I continue. Sorry, I felt like it started scratching. I feel like my voice started getting very scratchy. So I think for you guys have to realize that maybe you're not seeing the actual problem, or you feel like you're not being heard, not being seen. For example, typically the star is someone that can be seen in the public eye, someone that's influential, someone that's very creative, and like maybe a bit tad humanitarian from time to time. But this Aquarian energy just feels like they're being seen, and maybe right now you're not being seen or being heard. So maybe what's really bothering you when it comes to your mental health is affecting you and solely internally, and nobody else can see it, or nobody else can pick up on them because maybe they're consumed by their own lives, or maybe you're not speaking up and they can't read your mind. So whatever the issue is, it might take some more time to kind of address your concerns. So just keep that in mind. I want to see so bad. I just feel it. So sorry about number 4. Okay, so for this pile, I just feel you're gonna hang in there for a bit more. Do the best that you can with the scenarios that you have. So let's be realistic. Not every scenario is always going to be perfect, and not every yes is perfect either. But I'm just letting you know realistically, like this no, it feels like it's going to take more time. It doesn't feel like it's too far. No, I feel the sensation of sneezing, and I don't sneeze. But yeah, I just don't feel that it doesn't feel like a pentacle energy where it might take maybe months, and it doesn't feel like it stays, but it might be maybe some weeks for you to feel a little bit better about some situations that are coming up. Sorry, that are coming up on your plate. That's really affecting your mental health. But I think that for the most part, the only person that should matter right now is you, and you're being seen. Just basically telling yourself, you matter. Maybe it's just your confidence not being seen, or like not being appreciated. Maybe that's where it's getting to. Your work, maybe your creativity, maybe it could be like normal tasks. It doesn't have to be super fancy stuff, but it could be like your kids, for example, not seeing how much work you put through on their lunch meals, and it's like, why am I doing all this work? Like, of course they notice you, but they don't maybe say thank you and appreciate you all the time, because sometimes kids can be like that. So you kind of have to remind them, like, hey, let me know. Do you not like something? Am I doing a good job? Do you feel appreciated? Do you feel loved? Because I will like that back, in that sense of like, thank you. Gratitude goes a long way. But maybe you don't need them to do stuff for you. You just want to be communicated that you are being loved for the things that you do. So it could be in that sense. So just keep that in mind. I just used a mother example, but it could be other scenarios too. So you not being seen or heard can be a little bit hurtful to you right now, and that's where you feel a little bit sad or stagnant, where there's not movement in this watery flow of energy. Because usually the star card is someone that's in flows, like coming in, coming out. So maybe it's stuff that it's just eating at you, in that sense of like, oh, I just don't feel like, I feel like there's repression or stuff that's just inside, and I'm just bottling. And it doesn't always have to be super negative. It's just that you might not feel that confident or appreciated from where you're standing. Doesn't mean that's the truth for everybody else, but it is the truth for you. So that's what counts. That's what's being told. So just keep that in mind. Voice your opinion when you're ready. Voice what's bothering you to the people that you feel are going to be hearing you. and that should help improve your mental health a little bit better, because maybe that's what's kind of the issue is just, you being noticed in that sense, being the main character perhaps. So thank you, pal number 4. I hope that helped. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share. It helps me out with my algorithm. Thank you so much for my subscribers, and to everyone else who comes in and views them. I appreciate you for all the videos that you guys click on and comment on your piles. Thank you so much, and have a great day. So I hope your mental health does improve if this is what you came in for. So thank you so much, and bye-bye.